He forgot there were team aspects of it, and I just needed to remind him a few times and remind him about the deodorant. Yeah. We're very different personalities. And I think someone like him just needs someone like me to kind of rein him in. And I mean, everyone was thinking it. It's just like, who's going to step up and say it? I would. And it was always out of a place of like love. I want us all to succeed. And I think he succeeded the best way he could. And he did, I would say, the most time with Kody. We were paired up almost every single challenge together, every single car ride. I'm practically with Kody. We ended up bunking next to each other because Mark had left. He was in between us. I spent a lot of time getting to know Kody, and I didn't know who he was before the show.
Sister Wives, Robin Brown's shocking reaction to Briana's claims. Marriage in crisis? Robin Brown just broke her silence. And what she said about Briana's latest accusations has the entire Sister Wives fandom in absolute chaos. The cracks in her marriage to Kody are now impossible to ignore, and sources close to the family are saying this could be the beginning of the Briana, as many of you know, has been connected to the Brown family periphery for quite some time now. She's been a close friend to several of the Brown children and has had insider access to family dynamics that most outsiders would never see. Over the past few months, Briana has been dropping hints on social media about what she's witnessed within the family, and her recent claims have been absolutely explosive. According to multiple sources and Briana's own carefully worded social media posts, she's been alleging that Robin has been manipulating family situations to maintain her position as Kody's favorite wife. But it goes deeper than that. Briana has suggested that Robin has been actively working to isolate Kody from his other children, particularly those from his marriages to Meri, Janelle, and Christine. The most damaging claim? Briana has allegedly stated that Robin has been feeding Kody negative information about his adult children, poisoning the well, and creating divisions that might never be repaired. She's also hinted that Robin's financial control over Kody has become absolute, and that major family decisions are being made solely by Robin, with Kody simply going along with whatever she says. Now, these are serious accusations, and they paint a picture of a marriage and family dynamic that is far more toxic than what we've been seeing on our television screens. But what makes this situation absolutely explosive is Robin's reaction to these claims. Robin's initial silence when Briana's claims first started circulating in the Sister Wives community, Robin did what she always does. She went completely silent. For weeks, there was nothing from Robin. No social media posts defending herself, no public statements, no interviews. Just deafening silence. And you know what? That silence spoke volumes. Those of us who have been following Sister Wives for years know that Robin has always been quick to play the victim when she feels attacked. Remember how she responded when Meri, Janelle, and Christine started pulling away? She was on television crying, talking about how hurt she was, how she didn't understand what was happening, how she was trying so hard to keep the family together. But this time, nothing. Not a single word. Fans immediately started speculating about why Robin was staying silent. Some thought maybe she was consulting with lawyers, worried that saying the wrong thing could have legal implications. Others believed she was trying to let the controversy die down naturally, hoping that if she didn't add fuel to the fire, people would eventually move on to the next piece of Sister Wives drama. But the most interesting theory? Some insiders were suggesting that Robin's silence was because she couldn't deny the claims without exposing even more uncomfortable truths about her marriage to Kody and her role in the family's complete disintegration. The Sister Wives Reddit community absolutely exploded during this time. Fans were dissecting every piece of evidence, every old episode, every social media post, looking for clues that would either support or refute Briana's allegations. And let me tell you, what they found was absolutely damning. The evidence fans uncovered while Robin remained silent, Sister Wives superfans went into full detective mode, and what they uncovered was genuinely shocking. First, fans started compiling clips from old episodes showing Robin's behavior during family meetings and gatherings. When viewed in sequence, a clear pattern emerged. Robin consistently positioning herself as the victim, Robin redirecting Kody's attention away from his other wives and children, Robin making subtle comments that would later cause division and conflict. One particularly telling compilation showed how Robin's body language and facial expressions would change dramatically depending on who was in the room. When alone with Kody, she was affectionate and engaged. But when other family members were present, especially the adult children from other marriages, she would become cold, distant, and sometimes even hostile. Fans also discovered financial documents that had been filed as public records. These documents suggested that Robin and Kody share properties were exclusively in Robin's name, giving her full legal control over the family's most valuable assets. This corroborated Briana's claims about Robin's financial dominance in the relationship. Social media analysts also noticed something fascinating. Robin had been systematically scrubbing her Instagram and other social platforms of photos that included Meri, Janelle, or Christine's children. Photos that had been up for years suddenly disappeared, replaced with images of only her own children with Kody and carefully curated shots that presented the image of a happy, nuclear family. Perhaps most damning was testimony from former friends and associates of the Brown family, who started coming forward anonymously. These individuals described a Robin who was obsessively controlling, who would monitor Kody's phone calls and text messages, and who had established herself as the gatekeeper to Kody's time and attention. All of this evidence was circulating widely in the sister wives community, and the pressure on Robin to respond was building to an absolute fever pitch. Robin finally breaks her silence, and then, just when it seemed like Robin might stay silent forever, she finally spoke out. But the way she did it and what she said has only made the situation more controversial and has sparked an entirely new wave of marriage crisis speculation. Robin didn't release a carefully crafted public statement through official channels. She didn't do an interview with a major media outlet. Instead, she posted a series of emotional videos to her Instagram stories in the middle of the night. Videos that appeared to be filmed in tears, with minimal makeup, in what looked like a moment of complete breakdown. In these videos, Robin's message was confusing and contradictory. She started by saying that she's been wrongly accused, and that people who don't know her or the family have no right to make judgments. But then, instead of specifically denying any of Briana's claims, she went into a long, rambling explanation about how hard it is to be misunderstood and how she sacrificed everything for the family. Here's where it gets really interesting. Robin started talking about her marriage to Kody in a way that revealed serious cracks in their relationship. She said things like, "I've given up my own identity to be what he needed, and I've had to be strong when I wanted to fall apart, and perhaps most tellingly, I can't keep carrying this weight alone." Wait, what? Robin is supposed to be the wife who has everything. The wife Kody chose to prioritize above all others. So why is she talking like someone who's at the end of her rope in an unhappy marriage? Fans immediately picked up on the subtext of Robin's emotional videos. She wasn't really defending herself against Briana's accusations. She was having what appeared to be a genuine crisis about her own marriage and her role in the family. She was admitting, perhaps unintentionally, that her relationship with Kody is not the fairy tale that's been presented on television. The most shocking moment came toward the end of the video series when Robin said, through tears, "Sometimes I wonder if any of this was worth it. Sometimes I look at what we've all lost, and I wonder if we can ever get it back." Sister Wives fans lost their minds. Was Robin actually expressing regret? Was she admitting that the family's dissolution was at least partially her responsibility? Was she hinting that her marriage too? Kody is in serious trouble. Kody's suspicious silence now. Here's what makes this situation even more interesting. Kody's complete and total absence from this entire situation. Typically, when Robin is upset or feels attacked, Kody is right there defending her, playing the protective husband, blaming everyone else for not understanding how wonderful Robin is. We've seen this pattern play out repeatedly over the years, especially during the family's final seasons together. But this time, Kody is nowhere to be found. He hasn't posted anything on social media defending Robin. He hasn't appeared in any of her videos. There have been no public statements from him about Briana's claims or the controversy surrounding his marriage. In fact, according to sources close to the family, Kody and Robin have been spending significantly less time together in recent months. There have been reports of Kody staying away from the Flagstaff home he shares with Robin for days at a time, with no clear explanation of where he's been or what he's doing. Some fans have speculated that Kody is dealing with his own crisis of identity and purpose now that his Plural family has essentially dissolved. With Meri, Janelle, and Christine all having left or been pushed out, Kody's entire identity as a patriarch of a large plural family has been destroyed. And perhaps he's starting to resent Robin for her role in that destruction. There's also been speculation that Kody is actually seeing someone else. I know that sounds crazy given everything we know about Kody's current situation, but there have been persistent rumors about Kody being spotted with an unidentified woman in locations around Arizona and Nevada. Could Kody be preparing to add another wife? Could he be having an affair? Or could these sightings be completely innocent and just Kody with a family friend or business associate? Whatever the truth is, Kody's silence during Robin's very public crisis is absolutely deafening, and it's leading many to believe that this marriage is in far worse shape than anyone realized. The kids' side of things of everything going on here, the saddest part is how it's affecting the Brown kids as a whole, and especially Robin's own children with Kody. Anyone following this saga along knows that her older kids have been absent from social media. Aurora and Briana, previously semi-regular posters, have gone virtually dark. Dayton was never terribly social media active, but what few posts he did make have also completely stopped. According to sources who claim to know the family, Robin's children are caught in an impossible position. They love their mother and want to support her, but they're also aware of the divisions within the broader Brown family, and some of them allegedly have conflicting feelings about the role their mother has played in those divisions. There have been unconfirmed reports that some of Robin's older children have been reaching out privately to their half-siblings from Kody's other marriages, attempting to maintain relationships that Robin has allegedly tried to discourage. If true, this would represent a significant act of defiance against Robin's wishes and could be creating additional tension within Robin and Kody's household. Meanwhile, Kody's adult children from his marriages to Meri, Janelle, and Christine have been much more vocal. While they haven't directly addressed Briana's claims or Robin's response, several of them have posted cryptic messages on social media that seem to validate the idea that Robin has been a divisive force in the family. Gabriel Brown posted a quote that read, "Sometimes the people who claim to care about family the most are actually the ones destroying it from within." Savannah Brown shared a post about recognizing manipulation tactics in relationships. And Gwendolyn Brown, who has been the most outspoken of Kody's children, liked and commented on several posts discussing Briana's allegations and Robin's response. The message from Kody's other children is clear. They believe Briana's claims have merit, and they're not buying whatever explanation Robin is trying to sell. What experts are saying? I reached out to several relationship experts and therapists who specialize in plural marriage dynamics to get their take on the situation, and their insights are absolutely fascinating. Dr. Jennifer Martinez, a family therapist who has worked with plural families, told me that Robin's response is actually a textbook example of what she calls victim manipulation. According to Dr. Martinez, when someone is confronted with legitimate criticism about their behavior, they sometimes respond by positioning themselves as the true victim, thereby deflecting attention away from their actual actions and making others feel guilty for raising concerns in the first place. Dr. Martinez explained that Robin's tearful videos, rather than addressing the specific allegations Briana made, instead focused entirely on Robin's own feelings and suffering. This is a classic manipulation tactic that makes it difficult for others to continue criticizing her without feeling like they're kicking someone when they're down. Another expert I spoke with, Dr. Thomas Chun, who specializes in family systems and power dynamics, had a different but equally interesting perspective. He suggested that Robin's emotional breakdown might actually be genuine, but not for the reasons we might think. According to Dr. Chun, Robin may have invested so completely in her identity as Kody's favorite wife, and the wife who kept the family together, that she's now experiencing a crisis because that identity is being challenged not just by external critics, but by the reality of her own failing marriage. When your entire sense of self is built on a relationship, and that relationship starts crumbling, it can trigger a genuine psychological crisis. Dr. Chen also pointed out that Kody's silence during Robin's crisis is extremely significant from a psychological standpoint. In healthy partnerships, when one person is being publicly criticized or is going through a difficult time, their partner typically provides visible support. Kody's absence suggests either that he agrees with some of the criticism Robin is receiving, or that the relationship has deteriorated to the point where he no longer feels motivated to defend or support her. Both experts agreed on one thing. This situation is likely to get worse before it gets better, and the marriage between Robin and Kody is showing all the signs of a relationship in serious crisis. What this means for the future. So where do things go from here? What does Robin's reaction and the subsequent fallout mean for the future of the Brown family and for the Sister Wives franchise? First, let's talk about the show itself. TLC has been notoriously quiet about whether Sister Wives will continue beyond its current season. Ratings have been declining as viewers have grown frustrated with watching the family's painful dissolution. However, this new controversy could actually boost interest in the show, as audiences are always drawn to real, unscripted drama and conflict. There's been speculation that TLC might be considering a format change, possibly following individual family members separately rather than trying to maintain the fiction of a united plural family. Could we see a spin-off show focused exclusively on Robin and Kody's crumbling marriage? Or perhaps a show following Christine, Janelle, and the adult children as they build lives independent of Kody? As for Robin and Kody's marriage, the signs are not good. Multiple sources close to the family have suggested that Robin and Kody are currently in marriage counseling, and that these sessions have been contentious and difficult. There have been whispers about trial separations, about financial disputes, and about both parties consulting with divorce attorneys. The most intriguing rumor? That Robin is actually the one considering leaving Kody, not the other way around. This would be an absolutely stunning reversal from the narrative we've all believed about their relationship. Could Robin be realizing that winning Kody's full attention hasn't given her the happiness and security she thought it would? Could she be finally recognizing that a man who could abandon 3 other wives and dozens of children might not be the prize she thought he was? There's also the question of how this situation will impact Robin financially. But if she and Kody were to divorce, the division of assets could be extremely complicated given the tangled web of properties, businesses, and debts the Brown family has accumulated over the years. Robin has apparently positioned herself well legally with most assets in her name, but a divorce could still be financially devastating for both parties. Community reaction boy. Has the Sister Wives fan community ever been on fire since Robin's emotional videos surfaced? Every word Robin said was analyzed. Every facial expression, every possible hidden meaning was debated across Reddit, Twitter, Facebook groups, and Instagram comment sections with thousands upon thousands of comments. The community seems to have split into a number of camps. One contingent of fans views Robin's breakdown as vindication, or, rather, feel its karmic payback finally caught up with her considering her role within the dissolution of the family. These same fans celebrate what they consider a downfall for Robin and look forward to any continuation this will take. Then there is a smaller but still sizable group of fans that actually do feel sympathetic toward Robin. These are fans that claim Robin has become the scapegoat for problems that existed within the family long before she entered the picture, and it is Kody who holds far more responsibility for the family's failures than Robin does. To them, her emotional videos represent actual suffering, not manipulation. A third group is taking a more analytical approach, viewing the situation as a fascinating case study in plural marriage dynamics, manipulation tactics, and consequences of reality television exposure on real families. These fans are less interested in assigning blame and more interested in understanding the psychological and sociological factors that led up to this point. What's particularly interesting is how this controversy has reignited discussions about plural marriage in general. Many people are using this as evidence that plural marriage fundamentally can't work because of the inherent imbalances and jealousies it creates. Others are arguing that the Brown family's issues are particular to their own specific dynamics and don't reflect upon plural marriage as a whole. Several other plural families who have been in the public eye have even weighed in on the situation, some defending the practice of plural marriage while distancing themselves from the Brown specific problems, others acknowledging that what's happening with the Brown family reflects some of the genuine challenges that plural families face. So what's the bottom line here? What should we take away from Robin Brown's reaction to Briana's claims and the marriage crisis rumors that have followed? First, it's becoming increasingly clear that Robin and Kody's marriage is not the stable, loving relationship that's been portrayed. Whatever is happening behind closed doors in Flagstaff, it's causing serious strain, and Robin's emotional breakdown suggests that she's reaching a breaking point. Second, Briana's claims, whether we want to admit it or not, appear to have significant merit. The evidence that fans have compiled, combined with Robin's non-denial denials and Kody's suspicious silence, all point to a situation where Robin has indeed played a significant role in the family's dissolution, whether intentionally or unintentionally. Third, the Brown family as we've known it for over a decade is truly over. There's no path forward that reunites this family. The question now is not whether the family will stay together, but rather how the individual pieces will move forward separately. Here's what to watch for in the coming weeks and months. Pay attention to any changes in Robin's social media presence. If she suddenly goes completely dark or alternatively becomes much more active and open, that could signal major changes happening behind the scenes. Watch for Kody's behavior and statements. If he starts publicly distancing himself from Robin, that would be a huge indicator that their marriage is in serious trouble. Keep an eye on the adult children, particularly Robin's own children. If any of them start speaking out or taking sides publicly, that could provide major insights into what's really happening within the family. And finally, watch for any legal filings. If divorce papers are filed, property transfers are recorded, or any other legal actions are taken, that information will eventually become public record and will give us definitive answers about the future of Robin and Kody's relationship. Look, at the end of the day, we're talking about real people going through real pain and real family dissolution. It's easy to get caught up in the drama and the speculation, but it's important to remember that behind all of this are human beings, including children, who are dealing with the consequences of these family dynamics. That being said, when you choose to live your life on television, when you invite cameras into your home and present your family as an example of how plural marriage can work, you open yourself up to public scrutiny when things fall apart. The Brown family has profited significantly from their television show, from book deals, from speaking engagements. With that profit comes accountability. Robin's reaction to Briana's claims has been revealing in ways she probably didn't intend. Instead of clearing the air, she's created more questions. Instead of presenting a united front with Kody, she's exposed the cracks in that relationship. And instead of defending herself against specific allegations, she's essentially confirmed that her marriage and her role in the family are far more complicated and problematic than what we've been shown. What do you think about all of this? Do you believe Briana's claims? Do you think Robin's emotional response was genuine or manipulative? Do you think her marriage to Kody will survive this crisis? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single comment, and I love hearing your perspectives on these situations. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, hit that notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up. Check out these other videos on the screen about sister wives drama that you definitely don't want to miss. I'll catch you in the next one with more updates as the situation continues to develop. Until then, stay curious, sister wives family.